Hey guys, it's SimpleAttack here, and let's get right into the new characters that just dropped recently. They've been out for, I believe, a week or so right now. It's the 5th of November, but we now have the Monspeet and also the Blue Demon Meliodas. First of all, we're going to go through Monspeet really quick. You can get him through a gacha summon. His gear sets are recommended to be attack and defense. His first attack is Fire Extinguisher. So this is a single attack that will only apply to one enemy, doing normally 240% damage to a single target. Then you've got your Vermilion Bullet, inflicting 60% damage to all enemies, but also applying weakness. Then we go to their level 2. You have 300% damage to a single target and fill up ult gauge by 1, inflict 90% damage to all enemies and apply weakness again. Then we go up to 500% damage to a single enemy and fill up ult gauge by 2. And also inflict 150% damage and then apply a weakness to the target. So for you that don't know, weakness increases damage done to single targets with debuffs. This is times 3. Then, moving on to his ultimate, we have Prison Bird. First of all, it cleanses, removes an active effect to all enemies in stances. Then inflicts 280% damage and applies 2 Ignite for 4 turns. Ignite increases the damage done to a target by 10%, and it can stack, thus why it's 2. We've also got his base stats at the side here, if that's something that you care about. By the way, I am also using the 7 Deadly Sins Grand Cross .gg website, which is just sdsgc.gg. It is a database where I personally go to get all the character information that I need to know. Then you also have his passive, which characters receive 30% less damage from ultimate skills while Monspeet is in battle. So that is going to affect everyone, which is essentially not the nicest thing. By the way, Monspeet is a demon type, and he's also a strength type. And then we've also got his commandment. Characters do not increase their ult gauges from skills in PvP. So Monspeet is essentially a character that you're only going to really want to run in this sense of PvP. This due to the fact that he's a ultimate gauge kind of stacker. So what he's going to be doing is filling up his ultimate gauge really quickly and applying a lot of damage to individual people. Also applying weakness just to get that extra damage across all of his enemies. He's going to cleanse enemy stances and do his ultimate, and he's going to be able to stack that pretty quickly with the ignites. Him and everyone else won't be able to get hit by ultimates as often, but when ultimates are used, and it's going to be harder to get used because of his commandment preventing people from just getting their ultimates stacked up. It's also worth the mention that this affects all characters, not just your enemy team. Moving on, we now have Knight of Wrath, 7 Deadly Sins Grand Cross Meliodas. He's a speed type and he's part of the demon race. He is someone you can also summon through the gacha system. His gear sets are recommended to be HP and defense. Again, we also have his base stats along the side there. So whether or not that's something that applies to you caring, there it is. With his first skill, he has Prison Flame, which inflicts 100% damage to all enemies and applies penetration, increases penetration rate times 3. Then his next attack is the Source of Darkness. All enemies suffer 15% of current health for 2 turns. Apply Corrosion. Corrosion is additional damage at the end of each turn. So what's that saying is the Corrosion is 15% of current health for the next 2 turns. So that is just of their current pool of health, not their max health. Then moving up to the level 2, 150 damage, still with penetration. And then we have Source of Darkness going to 20% of current health, still with the corrosion stack. And then we go to their third level, and we have 250% damage. And then we have 20% of a max health. So regardless of how much they have, this could actually kill them. Then with his ultimate, we have the Hell, inflicts 385% damage to a single target and also applies weakness. Then we have his Demon Assault, which you can use if you have a Merlin as his support type, which will do 440 damage to a single target and also apply weakness, just a stronger version of his other ult with a different animation. And then you also have his passive. So if Meliodas has 4 or less in his ultimate guard stacks, seal attacks do not do anything to him. So he is a decent enough counter to the red coin gopher. As we mentioned before, his fate combos or combo ultimates, Merlin, you can use either of them, and he also has relationship bonuses with these 2 Elizabeths and these 3 Barnes. So if you didn't know what either of these 2 characters did before now you do. And if you've been lucky enough to pull them, I personally only have the Meliodas at the moment. I do not have the Monspeet, but I'm curious to see if a lot of people will be using Monspeet in PvP, and potentially if people are going to be using this Meliodas at all. I personally probably won't. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I will be making more of these breakdowns of what the characters will do. You should have been seeing the animations play on the side this whole time, so you can see what their attacks actually look like as they are used. Also, feel free to use this website yourself. It is sdsgc.gg. It is a database that has all these characters, some tier lists, database, patch notes, and they've got a few guides as well. They also have a Discord that is linked to it, and everyone in that community is very nice and helpful. Anyway, if you want to see another one of these videos, leave a like or a comment, tell me so. And otherwise, I'll catch you all in the next time. Bye.